So, very good morning, friends. We are into this lecture wherein today we will be learning about the design of the alluvial channel or the canal with the help of Mr. Lacey's theory. As we have discussed earlier, what is the meaning of the design of the channel or the canal? The design means we have to finalize three things. The first is the cross section, that is the width, bed width, depth, side slopes, etc. Second is the gradient or the slope, longitudinal slope. And the third and the most required is to follow the balancing depth. May not be part of this our Lacey's theory, but these are the things. The basic things required are the cross sectional area of the canal as well as the longitudinal slope. Longitudinal slope means lengthwise slope, और साइड स्लोप और लॉन्जिट्यूडिनल स्लोप दोनों में फर्क है, ये ध्यान में रखिए. ट्रेपेजॉइडल सेक्शन है तो उसके जो साइड्स रहते हैं उसको भी स्लोप रहता है, दे आर कॉल्ड एज द साइड स्लोप्स. एंड कैनॉल की लेंथ जैसी रहती है, लंबाई, उस इसमें भी कैनॉल को उतार रहता है, उसको लॉन्जिट्यूडिनल स्लोप और ग्रेडियंट ऑफ द कैनॉल करके कहते हैं. So now we will move on to the, and we have seen earlier what is the meaning of the design of the canal, wherein we have been given or we know the problem that the discharge of the canal is known, and the rugosity coefficient or the roughness coefficient of the soil through which the canal flows, that is known. Only unknown is the velocity, the cross sectional area and the longitudinal slope. All these constitute again velocity. In velocity we use various formulas. So therefore we need those at least 3 to 4 equations which gives the relation between velocity and the area, or discharge and the area, velocity and the hydraulic mean depth R, so that we can, and the depth also, there must be some relation between velocity and the depth. Then and only then we can find out all these parameters by solving those equations. So now what Lacey has understood, he recognized or understood the importance of the soil silt grade in the problem. यानी silt जो रहती है surface को, जो soil है, it is made up of various sizes. So that is called as the grading of the material. So he has understood the importance of silt grade and introduced a function f known as silt factor in the regime relationship. उसने जो भी इक्वेशन दिए, जैसे केनेडी ने क्या किया कि केनेडी ने एक इक्वेशन दिया, फिर कुट्टर्स का फॉर्मूला यूज किया है ना. केनेडी का मेन इक्वेशन है वो v इज इक्वल टू 0.54 into depth divided by 0.63 multiplied by m value, that is the critical velocity ratio. And he has used another formula, ready-made formula of Mr. Kutter. But here Lacey has given all those relations. Again, these relations or these formulas given are the empirical formula based on his experience and his theory. So he has given first formula, ready-made formula, V is equal to square root of 2 by 5 into FR. What is F? F is that silt factor. He has found that the discharge through canal is a function not only of the gradient and the cross sectional area, but it is also a function of the type of the silt which is on the boundary of the canal. है ना, ये जैसा सेक्शन मैंने राइट साइड में आपको बताया रेजिम चैनल का या रेजिम कैनाल का, तो ये जो बाउंड्री है उसमें किस प्रकार की सिल्ट है उसके ऊपर भी कैनाल में से जो डिस्चार्ज जाता है वो डिपेंड है करके इसने बोला। तो उसने पहला फॉर्मूला दिया है, V is equal to square root of 2/5 F into R. F is the silt factor, R is the hydraulic mean depth, that is equal to area divided by weighted perimeter, A by P. Then he has given another equation, area into F square, area of the canal section. Area into F square is equal to 140 into V raised to 5. V is the velocity in the channel. ठीक है, so these two basic equations he has given. V is equal to square root of 2/5 F into R. AF square is equal to 140 V raised to 5. Okay, these equations he brought through his experience and the various trial and errors. And again, as he has lot of the data of the number of the various canals and the channels, and he has from that data with these two above equations, he has also found a relation. V is equal to 10.8, velocity is equal to 10.8 R raised to 2/3 S raised to 1/3. ठीक है, S is the slope of the water surface or gradient of the canal or the channel. You can see this equation is very similar to the Manning's formula. Manning's has given V is equal to 1/n R raised to 2/3 S raised to half. Again, Manning's formula is also a empirical formula. It is based on the experience, but it is universally accepted and accepted for our region. So this is the third equation Mr. Lacy has given, that velocity is equal to 10.8 R raised to 2/3 S raised to 1/3. So with the help of these three equations, we can find the various parameters of the canal by again interrelating these equations. ठीक है, ये तीन तो आपको बेसिक इक्वेशन रटना ही है, और जैसे समझो लेसिस के ऊपर में न्यूमेरिकल आता है तो, और उसके बाद में और भी आगे है एक दो, और केनेडी पे आता है तो आपको केनेडी का जो इक्वेशन है पहला क्रिटिकल वेलोसिटी वाला, और बाद में कूटर्स फार्मूला, वो दो ख्याल में रखना है फॉर सॉल्यूशन ऑफ द न्यूमेरिकल्स ऑन केनेडी, केनेडीज थियरी. So Lacy's theory we are into. So based on these three equations, that is V is equal to square root of 2/5 FR, AF square is equal to 140 V raised to 5, and V is equal to 10.8 R raised to 2/3 S raised to half. The other relations are derived. How? Now this equation number 14.12, which is equal to that V is equal to square root 2/5 FR. So if this equation is squared, raising both sides to the fourth power, यानी उसको दोनों साइड में फोर्थ पावर में हम करते हैं, तो we get V raised to 4, V raised to 4 is equal to 4/25 F raised to R half R raised to 2 F square into R square. ठीक है, ये इक्वेशन को we again please try to understand what we have done. We have only this V is equal to square root of 2/5 FR, ये इक्वेशन को फोर्थ पावर में रेज किया, तो इसलिए उसका है V raised to 4 4/25, वो स्क्वायर रूट निकल गया, स्क्वायर करने के बाद 2/5 आया, और 2 को फिर से स्क्वायर किया तो 4/25, स्क्वायर रूट FR था तो स्क्वायर रूट F square R square हो गया. This equation again rearranged and is converted in the form of F square, इसको फिर से रीअरेंज किया, एफ स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 25/4 v raised to 4 r square. So we have this equation 1 from that 14.12, and another equation 14.30 we have is equal to af square 140 into v raised to 5. Again this is given by Mr. Lacy. ठीक है, तो ये इक्वेशन में एफ स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 25/4 v raised to 4 r square ये रखते हैं, and we again rearrange this equation. We can write down a is equal to 25/4 r square, क्योंकि ये v raised to 4 और v raised to 5 में एक v raised to 4 कट जाता है, कैंसल होता है, तो वो 140v आता है उसका। ये इक्वेशन को मल्टीप्लाइंग बोथ द साइड्स बाय ए एरिया, तो ये 140v इंटू ए, यानी ये डिस्चार्ज होगा v इंटू ए, और इसको फिर से ए से मल्टीप्लाई किया लेफ्ट साइड में, सो 25a square upon 4r square is equal to 140v into a. Velocity into area is equal to discharge, therefore 140q, and a square upon r square, a by r, or r is equal to a by p we know, so a square upon r square is equal to p square, that is weighted perimeter square. R is hydraulic mean depth or mean radius, also it is called as. So therefore this equation can be written, instead of the a square r square p square लिखते हैं, तो p square और इसको रीअरेंज करते is equal to 4 into 140 upon 25q, or we can write down perimeter is equal to 4.73 square root q. इसको राउंड किया तो we can write down perimeter is equal to 4.75 square root q. ठीक है, so this is the third equation we arrived at, यानी or you can say fourth. पहला इक्वेशन वो v square is equal to square root 2 by 5 f into r. Second equation af square 140 v raised to 5. Third equation regarding that velocity is equal to 10.8 r raised to 2 by 3 s raised to 1 by 3, and the next is perimeter is equal to 4.75 square root q. With the help of these equations, we can design the canal. How? That we will see further. Also, with the help of those all the earlier equations, we have this af square. Again, we can find out the relation between v, q, and f, velocity, discharge, and the silt factor. How? Af square is equal to 140 v raised to 5. This equation we have. On both sides we multiply by v, so this becomes a into v into f square. 140 v raised to 6, क्योंकि multiply by v हो गया. A into v is equal to discharge, so q into f square is equal to 140 v raised to 6. So therefore velocity is equal to, all this will go on this cell, q square upon 140 raised to 1 by 6. Okay, or 1/6 root you can say. Again this is another equation or the relation we found in addition to earlier relations based on the Lacy's theory. This is utilized, all these relations are utilized for the design of the canal when QF in the channel design are known. How we will be seeing the numericals. All the, with the help of all the earlier equations, these are tabulated, whatever relations we have found out. Okay, no need to mug all these relations, only basic 2, 3, 4 relations if you could keep in your mind, that is more than sufficient. जो हमने पहले 3-4 equations देखे और based on that we have found out some relations, those are more than sufficient. Now there is another thing that Mr. Lacy has found out regarding the silt grade. There is a definite relation between silt grade and the velocity. and therefore he has introduced that function silt factor. Now, how to find out the silt factor? If we know the mean particle size of the silt, which is denoted by MD. So if MD, so the silt factor and grain size relationship he has given. MD is the mean particle size or diameter of the silt in millimeters. Then silt factor F is equal to 1.76 square root MD. It is usually taken as D50 size. यानी ये जो MD है, it is taken as D50 size. What is D50? D is the diameter or size of the particle if they are graded. उसका sieve analysis किया तो 50% पार्टिकल जो साइज में से जाते हैं, जो सीयू में से जाते हैं, उसको D50 करके बोलते हैं. ऐसा D40 भी कंसेप्ट है, D10 है ना. आपको यदि if you are conversant with the soil classification in geotechnical engineering, then there are such terms used, D10, D20, etc. The only meaning is D is that size of the sieve through which 50% of the soil particles pass. That is called as the D50 size. तो इसलिए ये जो MD ले लिया जाता है, मीन पार्टिकल साइज और डायमीटर ऑफ द सिल्ट, वो D50 लिया जाता है करके इन्होंने बोला है मिस्टर लेसी ने. A fairly correct value of F may be arrived at by averaging the values obtained from various equations listed above. Some values of the F फाइन सील्ट के लिए 0.5 to 0.7 है, मीडियम सील्ट के लिए 0.85 है, स्टैंडर्ड सील्ट के लिए 1 है, मीडियम सैंड, कोर्स सैंड एक्सेट्रा. दीज आर द वैल्यूज गिवन. If diameter of the particle is given, then you have to find the F value using this equation in exam. 1.76 square root MD. If silt factor value is given, then nothing to worry. ठीक है, कोई डिफिकल्ट नहीं है. एक बार हम सॉल्व करते जाते हैं न्यूमेरिकल तो आपके ध्यान में आएगा कि कोई डिफिकल्ट नहीं है, लेकिन कुछ इक्वेशंस तो यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड, है ना. अनलेस एंड अनटिल you cannot go further. Now, how the Lacy's theory is applied for the channel design. Channel design करते वक्त Lacy's theory कैसी ये करते हैं? जैसे if you are given the mean diameter MD, these are the steps. Again, design of the canal यानी उसकी बेड विड्थ निकालना है, फुल सप्लाई डेप्थ निकालना है, साइड स्लोप निकालना है और उसका लॉन्जिट्यूडिनल ग्रेडियंट निकालना है, स्लोप. So if you are given the diameter of the particle, again the first step is find the silt factor F, which is equal to 1.76 square root MD. What you have been given? You have been given the discharge and mean diameter MD or the silt factor. सिर्फ इतनी चीजें आपको मालूम है, Q और F or Q and MD. How to move further, that we will find out with the help of again those Lacy's equations. Now find the velocity QV. You know Q, you know silt factor F. So this equation we have worked out earlier, that Q into F square upon 140 is raised to 1/6. So velocity is known, discharge is known. So area can be found out. Area is equal to Q by V, because we know the continuity equation, discharge is equal to area into velocity. So area is equal to Q by velocity. Now again we have Lacy's equation perimeter, है ना. ये इक्वेशन हमने डिराइव किया है 4.73 राउंडेड टू 4.75. So weighted perimeter P is equal to 4.75 square root Q. So find out the bed width. अब आपको एरिया मालूम है, पेरीमीटर मालूम है. Okay, so find out the bed width B and depth D of the channel section with all these area perimeter known. The side slope of the irrigation channel is taken as 1/2 है ना. डिजाइन के लिए हम हरदम 1/2 का स्लोप लेते हैं. So side slope of the irrigation channel is 1/2. So area is equal to BD plus D square by 2. This equation we know. Okay. BD plus SD square. So BD plus D square by 2. Perimeter for half is to 1 slope. These things you have to keep in mind. Area is equal to BD plus D square by 2. Perimeter P is equal to B plus D root 5. Again for half is to 1 slope. Depth is equal to, from these two equations, depth is equal to P minus, because we know the relation between A and P, so AP are found out. Area known, perimeter known, so area known, perimeter known. The either in terms of the B, this equation can be rearranged and this B value can be put here. Perimeter is also known from the above. So the depth can be worked out, or depth is equal to P minus square root T square minus 6.944 A upon 3.7472. दिस इज विद द हाफ इज टू 1 स्लोप, है ना. आपको यही लेना है एग्जाम में भी सॉल्व करते वक्त, इसलिए कुछ प्रोसीजर यदि आपने ऐसे ध्यान में रखा परमानेंट तो आपको फायदा ही होगा. अब आपने डेप्थ निकाला, यू नो आर इज इक्वल टू 5/2 वी स्क्वायर बाय एफ, ये इक्वेशन भी आपके पास है, एंड आर इज इक्वल टू एरिया बाय पेरीमीटर भी आपको मालूम है. तो आर निकालिए विद द हेल्प दैट एरिया बाय, ऑल्सो कैलकुलेट आर बाय बी डी प्लस डी स्क्वायर बाय 2, ये जो एरिया बाय पेरीमीटर वाला फॉर्मूला है. कैलकुलेट आर विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस फॉर्मूला 5/2 v square by f given by Mr. Lacy, and also our geometrical formula of the hydraulic mean radius r is equal to area divided by perimeter. Area is equal to BD plus SD square और BD plus D square by 2, क्योंकि हाफ इज टू 1 स्लोप है, और पेरीमीटर इज इक्वल टू B प्लस स्क्वायर रूट 5D है, तो स्क्वायर रूट 5 यानी 2.236 आता है. सो BD B प्लस 2.236D और हाफ इज टू 1 स्लोप, एंड टैली दिस टू, ये R दोनों सरीखे आना चाहिए. ठीक है, तो यानी इसका मतलब है आवर स्टेप्स आर करेक्ट. दिस विल प्रोवाइड ए क्रॉस चेक फ्रॉम स्टेप टू 1. इफ दिस टैली, फाइंड द स्लोप S, इसका भी इक्वेशन हमारे पास में, स्लोप S इज इक्वल टू f रेस टू 5/3 3340 q रेस टू 1/6. So here the design completes. Now we will see some numericals. The basic difference between the Kennedy's theory and Lacy's theory, एखादे बार एग्जाम में पूछते हैं. Kennedy theory में it states that the steel carried by the flowing water is kept in suspension by vertical component of eddies generated from the bed. Here the silt is kept in vertical component by the eddies generated from entire weighted perimeter. Relationship between the velocity and the depth of the canal. Here relationship between velocity and the hydraulic mean radius A by P. Critical velocity ratio M is introduced. Here silt factor is introduced. Cooter's equation is used here in the Kennedy's theory, but here Mr. Lacy himself has given the equation for the velocity. This theory, Kennedy's theory, does not give any equation for the bed slope, लेकिन Lacy's theory has given this equation for the bed slope. This Kennedy's theory is based on trial and error. आपको डेप्थ एज्यूम करना पड़ता है और दोनों डेप्थ सेम होने तक के V और V0 की वैल्यू टैली करना पड़ता है. लेकिन यहाँ पे कोई, in Lacy's theory there are no trial and error method. Directly you can go for the design and you will get the result. Only thing is you have to cross check the R by the geometrical method, that is area by perimeter, and R by the equation given by Mr. Lacy. ठीक है, चलो अब हम आगे जाते हैं. For we will see certain numericals which are based on the Lacy's theory. So design an irrigation channel in alluvial soil according to the Lacy's theory. with the following data. As we have discussed earlier, only discharge is given, silt factor 1 is given, so no necessity to work out the silt factor M, silt factor F from the mean diameter, and channel side slopes are given half is to 1. If these are not given, you have to assume it as half is to 1 for easy solution. कुछ फार्मूले अपने परमानेंट ध्यान में रहते हैं. So now the solution, let us move into the solution. We know with all these three, first find out the velocity. V is equal to qf square upon 140 raised to 1 by 6. ठीक है, ये इक्वेशन कहां से आया? दिस इज गिवन बाय मिस्टर लेसी, है ना. ये आज का लेक्चर होने के बाद में फिर से एक बार, यू ऑल प्लीज गो थ्रू द नोट्स. आई विल रिक्वेस्ट यू टू गो थ्रू द वीडियो लेक्चर ऑल्सो so that you will understand it better and you will recollect all the formulas. नहीं तो कहां से आया वगैरह ये सब गुलदस्ते में रहेगा. ठीक है. So velocity v is equal to qf square upon 140 raised to 1 by 6. All the terms, all the values are known. Discharge is 15 qmax, f is 1. Putting these values, we get the velocity as 0.689 meter per second. We know the discharge, we know the velocity. So discharge divided by velocity will give you the cross-sectional area of the channel. यानी उसकी बेड विड्थ, जिसमें एरिया है ना BD plus SD स्क्वायर जो हमारे पास में फॉर्मूला है. Now with S is equal to half is to 1 side slope. So hydraulic mean radius R, again with the help of Mr. Lacy's formula, 5 by 2 V square upon F. 5 by 2, f value is 1, so therefore velocity square, that r comes as 1.187. Putting this r in that formula, r is equal to area divided by perimeter. So 1.187 r is equal to 1.187 is equal to area divide, area हमको मालूम है 21.765 upon perimeter, b plus d into square root 5 or b plus 2.236 d. So we can find out r in terms of b and d. Also, therefore b plus d into square root 5 is equal to this much. Now area is equal to bd plus sd square or bd plus d square by 2. Area we know, that is 21.765. Again, this equation can be rearranged in terms of the breadth or depth, or these two equations 1 and 2. After solving these equations, unknown are 2 equations and 2 unknown BD, we can find out the breadth as 15.3 meter and depth as 1.3 meter. अब क्रॉस चेक फिर से इसको, पेरीमीटर इज इक्वल टू वो इक्वेशन हमको मालूम है 4.75 स्क्वायर रूट क्यू विच इज 18.4 मीटर. अगेन पेरीमीटर इज इक्वल टू b प्लस d इंटू स्क्वायर रूट 5 फॉर हाफ इज टू 1 स्लोप विच इज इक्वल टू 18.4. सो दोनों पेरीमीटर टैली हो गए, यानी हमारे ऊपर के कैलकुलेशंस करेक्ट है. सो दिस इज द क्रॉस चेक यू हैव टू डू. Now the slope में 1 upon ये फॉर्मूला है 3340 स्क्वायर रूट q raised to 1 by 6. Putting the value of discharge, we get 1 in 5245 as the side slope. ठीक है. See, so this is the one type of the solution. Again, we will see another numerical wherein the channel slope is given. S is equal to 1 by 5000. ये बहुत इजी है, आपने ख्याल में रखा फॉर्मूले तो सॉल्यूशन 2 मिनट का नहीं है. ठीक है. इसलिए एमसीक्यू भी रहेगा तो उसमें भी न्यूमेरिकल आ सकते हैं, उसकी तैयारी में रही. सो स्लोप ऑफ द चैनल इन एल्यूवियम दैट इज इन सॉइल इज 1 upon 5000 or 1 in 5000. Yesterday I explained you the meaning of this. That is when we move horizontally 5000 or 5 kilometers, the canal bed level drops by 1 meter. That is 1 in 5,000. Always gradient is shown in this way. Also side slope is also shown in this way. Horizontal, vertical and horizontal. Lacy's silt factor, F value is given as 0.9. Side slope of the channel as half is to 1. Find the channel section, यानी उसकी bed width and depth, and maximum discharge which can be allowed to flow through it, on the Q value. So how to move further with knowing the earlier formulas of Mr. Lacy, that we will see now. We have slope is equal to f raised to 5 by 3 3340 q raised to 1 by 6. ठीक है, अभी हम तो यहाँ पे पढ़ रहे हैं नेट के ऊपर में है, तो ये एकदम इमीडिएट ध्यान में नहीं आएगा, बट दिस इज द फॉर्मूला गिवन बाय लेसी which we have seen earlier. So the longitudinal slope is equal to silt factor raised to 5 by 3 3340 q raised to 1 by 6. We know the value of f, we know the value of slope 1 in 5,000. So these two are known, so we can find out the discharge. Okay, so discharge is equal to f raised to 5 by 3 3340 s raised to 6, क्योंकि ये q raised to 1 by 6 है, तो इसको q को यदि इधर हम करते तो इसको 6 से रेस करेंगे तो ये हमें वैल्यू मिलेगी. एंड आफ्टर पुटिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ p f that is 0.9 and the slope that is 1 in 5,000, then we can get in this way f raised to 10. The discharge as 3.924 meter cube per second. है ना, कितना इजी है. So this is the first step. So we have been asked to find out the maximum discharge first, then find the channel section. So slope we know, S is equal to, again another equation we know, f raised to 3 by 2 4980 r raised to half. Or earlier equations, basic three equations. With the help of those three equations, we can find out this relation between S and R and F. So we can find out the R, that is the hydraulic mean depth, area by perimeter, by using this equation. F raised to 3, R raised to half है तो उसका स्क्वायर किया तो ये हो गया 4980 S स्क्वायर, एंड F raised to 3 by T का स्क्वायर किया तो F raised to 3. Putting all those values of F and S, slope 1 in 5,000, we will get the hydraulic mean radius R as equal to 0.735. We know the formula, geometrical formula for half is to 1 slope. Perimeter is equal to 4.75 square root q. This is the formula by Mr. Lacy's, 4.75 q. So perimeter we can find out 9.41 by finding out the discharge q. Area is equal to perimeter into radius, hydraulic mean depth R, because R is equal to A by P. We know R, we know perimeter, so area can be found out 6.916. Now area is equal to BD plus SD square. S is half, so BD plus D square by 2, geometrical formula. Area we know, perimeter we know, P plus square root 5D. Again a geometrical formula or fluid mechanics formula, hydraulics. Or a simple geometry of the trapezoidal section with half is to 1 slope, उसका एरिया और पेरीमीटर. मैंने आपको कल बोला था कि ये फॉर्मूला कैसे आया है, ये किसी ने मुझे भेजा नहीं व्हाट्सएप पे. हाउ दिस एरिया BD plus SD square and how this perimeter P plus square root 5D for half is to 1 slope. S is to 1 स्लोप के लिए ये पेरीमीटर क्या आता है और हाफ इज टू 1 के लिए ऐसा क्यों आता है, ये मुझे यदि किसी ने छुड़ा के भेजा था, आई विल बी हैप्पी. सो एरिया वी नो, वी हैव वर्कड आउट दिस एरिया विद द हेल्प ऑफ द लेसिस फार्मूला. पेरीमीटर आल्सो वी हैव वर्कड आउट विद द हेल्प ऑफ द लेसिस फार्मूला. द ज्योमेट्रिकल फार्मूला वी हैव एरिया एंड पेरीमीटर. We know the area, we know the perimeter So by solving these two equations 1 and 2, या एक इक्वेशन हम b इज इक्वल टू इन टर्म्स लिख सकते हैं, दूसरा भी इक्वेशन b इज इक्वल टू इन टर्म्स लिख सकते हैं, और दोनों को यदि इक्वेट किया तो वी कैन फाइंड आउट द वैल्यू ऑफ द डेप्थ. Once the depth is known, we can find out the breadth also. So by solving these above equations 1 and 2, we get b is equal to 7.45 and the depth is equal to 0.88. ठीक है, शुरू में थोड़ा समझने को और सॉल्व करने को डिफिकल्ट जाएगा, लेकिन है बहुत इजी. वंस यू प्रैक्टिस 2-3 times and mug all these formulas, it will be very easy for you to solve the numericals. So I thought that ये सब इतना बोरिंग टाइप या थियोरेटिकल सुन के आप सब लोग बोर हो गए होंगे, तो एक थोड़ा सा स्वामी विवेकानंद जी का स्लोगन डाल देता हूँ और फिर अपन आगे में अपना लाइन्ड कैनॉल के वो चालू करते हैं. ठीक है, वी हैव फिनिश्ड अप टिल नाउ all those matter related to the canal through alluvial soil. We have seen Kennedy's theory, we have seen Lacey's theory, the basis, the formula, the empirical formulas given by Mr. Kennedy and Lacey, and we tried to solve 4-5 examples जिसके बाहर एग्जाम में आते नहीं है. So what Swami ji says, that take risk. आपका लाइफ में आप रिस्क लीजिए, बिना रिस्क लिए यू कैन नॉट बी सक्सेसफुल इन योर लाइफ. इफ यू विन, है ना, 90% चांसेस टू विन, तो यू कैन बी ए लीडर, यू कैन लीड. एंड अनफॉर्चुनेटली इफ यू लूज, देन यू कैन गाइड अदर्स और योर सेल्फ ऑल्सो. नेक्स्ट टाइम यू कैन रिपेयर योर सेल्फ. ठीक है, चलो आगे चलते हैं. थोड़ा सा फिर से रिचार्ज होके विद दिस मोटिवेशनल थॉट ऑफ स्वामी विवेकानंद, लाइन्ड कैनॉल्स की तरफ, ये यूनिट के आखिरी पार्ट की तरफ हम जाते हैं. वी हैव द डिजाइन न्यूमेरिकल्स ऑन दिस लाइन्ड कैनॉल आल्सो. सो ऑल दिस क्वेश्चन ऑन द कैनॉल्स, 2 questions in both the questions. One part, A part is theory and B part is numerical. Either numerical on the Kennedy's theory or Lacey's theory. And definite on the other part, that is regarding the lined canals. There is one numerical on the design of the lined canal. It is very easy. ये lined canal है, इसको कोई empirical formula नहीं है, सिर्फ एक ही है, वो है वो Lacey's formula. Or sorry, that Manning's formula, V is equal to 1 by n, R raised to 2 by 3, S raised to half, and other geometrical parameters of the trapezoidal section or triangular section, है ना. पैरामीटर है ना, उसका एरिया पेरीमीटर वगैरह. So let us move to the lined canals. Syllabus is design procedure, types of lining, relative merits, demerits of canal lining, and economics of canal lining. I think everybody of you must have understood what is the meaning of the lining of canal. सबके ध्यान में आया होगा कि लाइनिंग ऑफ द कैनाल यानी क्या. अभी तक के हमने देखा कि कैनाल फ्लोज थ्रू द एल्यूवियल सॉइल और एनी सॉइल जिसको अंदर से कोई कंक्रीटिंग नहीं किया है, सिर्फ एक सॉइल में से आइदर इन कटिंग और इन बैंकिंग एक माटी की नाली बनाई है सॉइल की, और उसमें से वो कैनाल का पानी बहता है. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द अनलाइंड कैनाल. जो कैनाल को लाइनिंग नहीं है, दे आर कॉल्ड एज द अनलाइंड कैनाल. और जो कैनाल को अंदर से यानी जो कैनाल में से जिसमें से पानी बहता है, वो कैनाल के पेरीमीटर को, इफ ऑल दैट पेरीमीटर कैनाल इज प्रोवाइडेड विथ सर्टन इम्परवियस लेयर, मे बी कॉन्क्रीट, मे बी मैसनरी, मे बी अदर एस्फाल्टिक मटेरियल एक्सेट्रा, ऑफ सर्टन थिकनेस, बहुत ज्यादा नहीं रहती है, 5-10 सेंटीमीटर की थिकनेस की वो लेयर, वो पपड़ी रहती है कैनाल के इनर साइड को लगा किया करने के बाद में, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द लाइनिंग ऑफ द कैनाल। है ना, यहाँ पे राइट साइड में फोटो में आप दिख रहे होगे, एक मैकेनिकल यूनिट है। आजकल बहुत ऑटोमाइजेशन हो गया है लाइनिंग ऑफ द कैनाल में या कोई भी कंक्रीटिंग में। तो कंक्रीट सीधा मिक्सर से पोर करने के बाद में इट लाइंस द कैनाल। सो दिस इज द स्मॉल कैनाल। मैं आपको आगे में बड़े कैनाल के भी फोटोग्राफ बताऊंगा। तो इसके अंदर से ये कैनाल को एक फिक्स्ड शेप इज गिवन, ट्रेपेजॉइडल शेप, with the help of certain very small thickness of the concrete or masonry or maybe any other material. And this inner section is the section of the canal. है ना, हमने इसके पहले वो एक how to design the canal sections etc, all that we have learned. So these are called as the lined canals. Okay, so what is the necessity of lining of the canal? To minimize the seepage losses in the canal, है ना, as the water flows through the alluvial soil or the soil canal, it percolates through the voids of the soil, and therefore very much quantity of the water is lost which is flowing through the canal into the seepage. So due to the lining of the canal from inner side, a impervious layer is formed which does not allow the seepage of the water, at which resist may not be 100%, but to some percent it does not allow the seepage of water. So therefore it minimizes the seepage losses in the canal. पहली बात है ना, बहुत बार आपको एग्जाम में पूछते हैं necessity of lining of the canal. Second is it increases the discharge in canal section by increasing the velocity. The canal section from the inner side becomes smooth due to its rugosity coefficient reduces n value, and we know that Manning's formula, open channel flow, V is equal to 1 by n r raised to 2 by 3 s raised to half. So that rugosity coefficient n is in denominator. If the canal becomes smooth, means rugosity coefficient n reduces. So n reduces means the velocity increases. Discharge Q is equal to velocity into area. So if velocity increases, naturally the discharge will increase. So therefore, by lining the canal, the discharge through the canal increases. It prevents the erosion of the bed and side due to high velocity. As this canal is being lined from inside by the concrete or maybe by any other material, it resists the erosion or scouring at the bed and also at the side or all the weighted perimeter due to the higher velocities, because inner side of the canal is made up of the non-scouring material like the concrete. So due to this, we can increase the velocity of the canal without increasing the gradient. ठीक है, naturally it increases velocity, rugosity coefficient reduces, velocity increases, so more discharge and lesser erosion or scouring. अंदर में कैनाल को लाइनिंग करने के कारण कंक्रीट का, कैनाल के अंदर घास नहीं उगेंगे, नो मोर घास यानी वीड्स, सो इट रिटार्ड्स मींस अपोजेस द ग्रोथ ऑफ द वीड्स. ओके, सो कैनाल के अंदर में घास झाड़ वगैरह कम से कम निकलेंगे, निकलते हैं वो क्योंकि वो जॉइंट्स में वगैरह कहीं से तो भी जगह निकालते हैं, बट इट विल रिड्यूस, and due to the reduction of the growth of the weeds and the grass etc, the canal cross section is more free for the water to flow and more discharge can pass. more velocity can be achieved. It also reduces the maintenance of the canal, है ना. यदि अनलाइंड कैनाल है, कैनाल को कंक्रीट लाइनिंग नहीं है अंदर से, तो उसमें सिल्ट जमा हो सकती है, कहीं स्कावरिंग भी हो सकता है, कहीं ये वीड्स या घास भी अंदर जमा होंगे, या कहीं कुछ छोटे मोटे झाड़ भी अंदर बढ़ेंगे. तो कैनाल में से डिस्चार्ज जाने के लिए हर साल हमको वो साफ करना पड़ेगा, सिल्ट निकालना पड़ेगा, डीसिल्टिंग, घास निकालना पड़ेगा, रिमूवल ऑफ द ग्रास, प्लांट्स, मेंटेनिंग द सेक्शन. तो वो मेंटेनेंस का खर्चा इसमें से बहुत कम हो जाएगा, बच जाएगा, ड्यू टू द प्रोवाइडिंग द लाइनिंग टू द कैनाल. ठीक है. सो दीज आर द इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स दैट वी विल अचीव थ्रू द लाइनिंग ऑफ द कैनाल. अभी हमने देखा कि व्हाई इट इज नेसेसरी टू मिनिमाइज द सीपेज लॉसेस, to increase the discharge through the canal, erosion, retard growth of the weeds and reduces maintenance, है ना. Whatever photographs I will be showing you here afterwards or regularly here, you can see this is a Gosekhurd canal on your screen. Gosekhurd right bank canal, it is quite big canal, and the lining work is going on, concrete lining work is going on. The basic canal section is earthen canal. After it is duly compacted, watered, and all that CNS material, etc., you will learn later. Cohesive but non-swelling material is provided, and over which the concrete slab without reinforcement of say 10 centimeters at the most, 7.5 to 10 centimeters is laid over that canal section, earthen canal section. Okay, with the help of the concrete pavers, etc. Now the latest technology is there, so it is done. It is duly curing is done, or other components also provided for the drainage, etc. But these are the photographs of the actual canal lining that is being done in the Gosekhurd right bank canal. Now the advantages of the canal lining. Again, this is also another photo of the, though it is a bit blurred, but again the work of the canal lining is going on. Advantages: it prevents the seepage loss, thus more area can be irrigated by the water that has been saved. Cost of irrigation reduces, है ना. सीपेज लॉस कम हो रहा है तो वो पानी हम ज्यादा इरिगेशन के लिए वापरेंगे, तो ओवरऑल इरिगेशन की कीमत कम होगी. The lining of canal is an important anti-water logging measure. वाटर लॉगिंग यदि होता है सीपेज के कारण, तो वो वाटर लॉगिंग नहीं होगा, दलदल नहीं होगी. लाइनिंग प्रोवाइड स्मूथ सरफेस फ्रॉम इनसाइड, सो रुगोसिटी कोएफिशिएंट reduces, decreases, and resistance to flow also decreases, and velocity increases, means discharge increases, more area can be increased. Increased velocity minimizes losses due to evaporation. Again, this is the photograph of the lined canal. कैनाल को लाइनिंग करने के बाद उसमें से when the water is flown, then the canal looks like this. So the increased velocity helps to provide a narrow cross section for the lined canals. ठीक है, यानी लाइनिंग करने के बाद में वेलोसिटी बढ़ेगी तो इवेपोरेशन लॉसेस भी कम होंगे, और लाइनिंग दिया है तो उसका क्रॉस सेक्शन भी हम थोड़ा कम कर सकते हैं, डिस्चार्ज क्योंकि बढ़ता है वेलोसिटी को, रुगोसिटी कोएफिशिएंट कम होने. तो उसका रुगोसिटी कोएफिशिएंट, रफनेस कोएफिशिएंट कम हो गया है, एंड ड्यू टू विच the velocity has increased, discharge has increased, without increasing the bed slope. ग्रेडियंट बढ़ा के डिस्चार्ज नहीं बढ़ा है ना हमने. ग्रेडियंट बढ़ा के क्यों डिस्चार्ज या वेलोसिटी बढ़ती है? Because again that's Manning's formula, V is equal to 1 by n r raised to 2 by 3 slope s raised to half. So with the help of this lining, कैनॉल का स्लोप हम फ्लैटर कर सकते हैं, यानी उतार कम कर सकते हैं. उसके कारण सीबीएल भी ड्रॉप होना कम होगा और ज्यादा कमांड हम कर सकेंगे, कवर कर सकेंगे, ज्यादा खेतों को पानी दे सकेंगे. हायर वेलोसिटी प्रिवेंट सिल्टिंग ऑफ द कैनाल. कैनाल में सिल्ट जमा नहीं होगी. लाइनिंग मेक्स द बैंक मोर स्टेबल इन लाइट टेक्सचर्ड सॉइल. लाइनिंग reduces maintenance cost, possibility of breaching due to increased stability of section. Lining of the canal वगैरह जो है, ये कैनाल में वीड यानी घास या जो काड़ी कचरा जो रहता है, that is called as the weed. So है ना, खेतों में जो बचता है, जो एग्रीकल्चर करते हैं उसमें भी कचरा बढ़ जाता है, उसको निकालते हैं फिर. Those are called as the weeds. ये वीड ग्रोथ को भी वो कंट्रोल करता है. These are all the advantages of the lining. Again, these are the various canal sections. This is again the Gosikud right bank canal. After completion of the lining of certain patches, जैसे आपको बेड में दिख रहा होगा, these are all concrete pavers nowadays. जैसे रोड के पेवर रहते हैं, अभी नागपुर में और सभी तरफ आपने कंक्रीट रोड का काम with the help of the pavers you must have seen. और डांबर रोड का काम तो पेवर से आपने देखा ही है. तो वैसे ये पेवर रहते हैं और ये पेवर बराबर कंक्रीट को यूनिफॉर्म थिकनेस में लेइंग करते हैं, कॉम्पैक्शन वाइब्रेशन भी करते हैं. तो वैसे साइड के भी पेवर्स रहते हैं साइड स्लोप के लिए. So initially the canal section is being first made up of the soil is prepared. It is properly compacted. It is properly watered. उसको पानी दिया जाता है भरपूर. So that the water from the concrete it should not absorb. You all know the importance of the water into concrete. Okay. Recollect some discussion about the water cement ratio, etc. So therefore, all these precautions are taken. Some plastics are laid below this concrete, again to prevent the loss of the water into the bed, and over which the concrete is laid of say 10 centimeters thickness at the most, but again without any reinforcement, and it is being cured properly. If no curing is possible, then some certain curing compounds are provided. ये सफेद जो दिख रहा है, they are all the curing compounds. We have learnt about the curing compounds in our concrete technology. Again on the top, you can see a lined canal with one of the structure that is called as the head regulator. And we will be learning in our next unit. Again, a very nice photograph of the lining work being done in the Gosekhurd right bank canal. You can see how much big is the canal. These are all on the bed and on the side are the concrete pavers, and the concrete is being brought. You can see on the bank of the canal, top bank of the canal, the concrete mixers, transit mixers, those bring the concrete from RMC, ready mix concrete plant. Very big plants are there. And these pavers bring through the chute, the concrete is being laid on the slope and the pavers spread the concrete with compaction. Okay? Earlier on the right side you can see the surface is being made for the concreting. Okay? So all these things you can see activities through these photographs on the side, on the bed, how the bed surface is prepared, etc. Again, a nice photograph of the two canals joining at from one point they are starting. Cross regulator on the right side, that is the main canal, and head regulator on the left side. means it is supplying water to certain branch canal, and on the right side means it is supplying water or allowing the water to let into the main canal. Okay, we will take the break here today. We will start the remaining part in our next lecture.